It's happening. Babajide analyzes Peter Obi chances against Atiku Abubakar at the PDP primary. Says Peter Obi has a very, very well robust CV. And what is his chance against Atiku for him getting becoming a flag bearer for PDP? Well, these chances are part of what will be analyzed and looked at. Peter Obi, is one of the person who is bold to say, this is what I've done. My records are there. Go and analyze, have a look, and come back and tell me, what you think. Most of the politicians cannot say such. Most of the politicians can't say such. Okay, Peter Obi is one of the few people who could actually come out and say, I have done this or this or this or that or that. Only Peter Obi is one of the few people who can actually say that. So this is what is happening. They say yes, he has good chances. He has a good CV. Investigative journalist Babajide Kolade has questioned Peter Obi's readiness to play the game ahead of the People Democratic Party primary election in a recent interview on TVC. Babajide described Peter Obi as a rich man whose nature could afford his political chances, and says he also has a good CV. Peter Obi, when he had opportunity to serve, served with integrity, and today you can look back and he can ask you to go back and investigate some of those things he has done and what he did while in office. He says he stands a good chance and he could possibly win if that is what Nigerians are looking for, the credentials. Analyzing the issue, Babajide said, let us be fair to Peter Obi so that we do not get accused of dismissing his chances. However, we know that the audience online is different. We will have to win the primaries by engaging the delegates. In this case, the person with the deepest pockets is likely to win due to history, Nigeria's history. Peter Obi does not seem like that type of person who is ready to spend that kind of money. He's a rich man, no doubt, but he's not an extreme, flamboyant person who wants to throw money around. In our type of politics that we practice in Nigeria today, he will not perform well. Peter Obi will not want to bribe and bribe and bribe just every Tom, Dick, and Harry. If you were seen if you are seen unwillingly spending lavishly, Peter Obi is not one of such. You will have to match what the opponent is spending. Peter Obi is not that type of person. So, does he stand a chance? He continued like that to say the person who can do that, who has that deep pocket and is ready to do whatever he wants to do, is Atiku. I like to say Peter Obi performed very well as the governor of Anambra State. However, is he ready to play politics game? The game of politics. Is he ready to do such? Atiku is ready. He can adapt to any kind of game. He will adapt. And he will play the game anyway, anyhow. He will play it. Whatever the game says, he will give it to him. Whatever the game demands, Atiku is ready to give. Is Peter Obi ready for such? So what are his chances of getting APC primary tickets? So this is what everybody's asking. What are Peter Obi's chances? Is Peter Obi ready to play game? Is Peter Obi ready to, spending money on people, drop money on people? Is Peter Obi ready to, play those games? I don't think Peter Obi, as the governor of Anambra State, he can state to you this and that and that and that and that he did. But I don't think Peter Obi is ready to spend, money in order to get people's favor. Do you see where we are coming from? Yeah, he may not want to do that. And this is what this political analyst is looking at. He said Peter Obi may not want to, delve into those areas and those things and want to, spend. He stands a good chance. And in fact, he narrated all Peter Obi has done. If we're going by the CV, what Peter Obi has done, how he served in his state and what he did while he was serving. So that's a good man. That's somebody who could potentially, truly, sincerely, all things being equal, be Nigerian's president and replicate what he did in Abia State, in Anambra State, I beg your pardon. But let's go with the but. Will Peter Obi, will he do what? Will he play balls with them? Will he go to all the length and breadth that these people they are ready to go to? Is he ready to spend money on delegates? We can see what Attorney General of the Federation did. That guy, Attorney General, gave out over 200 exotic cars. Will Peter Obi do such? Maybe not. So this is why his chances against Atiku are being analyzed. Yes, speaking, the guy stands a good chance of winning the ticket of People Democratic Party if the judgment will be based on quality, having the truth, who could potentially, who has done something before that we should support to replicate it all across the country. It could be Peter Obi. But the politics of Nigeria, is Peter Obi ready for it? I mean, as at today's day and age, is he ready to play those kind of games? Yes, the Southeast has been clamoring for presidency, and really, sincerely speaking, the Southeast may stand a chance, of one of their sons redeeming that very call. But the son we're talking about, is he one who will play the politics the way the Nigerian politics is demanding it? Is he one who wants to give those? So those are some of the questions in those lines that are being asked and that are being looked at, and the answer is coming up to be no. So we will see as more of these things unfold. We really pray that Nigerian politics will go beyond, the deep pockets, and will come to where there is truth and sincerity, where individuals will begin to, call a spade, and those who qualify will be our leaders. Those who duly and truly deserves it will become the leaders. So these are some of the things we must all really look at, and really address and reconsider. Okay, we have a man who could potentially change the course of what we are talking about in Nigeria, but are we ready to take the plunge? Are we ready to take the bull by the horn? Are we ready to stand up for what is true? Okay, are we ready to do the right thing? What is the guarantee that if we take that call, it is the right call? So the questions are in those lines. Okay, so does Peter Obi, stand a chance? Does he? Does he stand a chance? So that's where we are at the moment. Okay, that's where we are. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Please don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. God bless. Have a fantastic and a lovely day. Bye for now.